Hey guys, this is Porkchop 118 here, and today I'm giving you a review of Suicide Squad. This movie looks really good. I wanted to see it, and I finally got to see it. I saw it opening weekend, and I can tell you this movie is really good. Now, I gotta give a whole review. I can't just say it's good, but just trust me on this. This movie is really good. I enjoyed it so much. I'm a huge DC comic book fan, superhero fan in general, even though I say that every time I do a superhero review, but it's true. I love superheroes, I love these movies, I love everything. Man, this movie's been getting really bad reviews. It has like a 27 on Rotten Tomatoes, I think. But the fan score, that was the critic score, the fan score is like 70, 80 or something. And I just I don't get it. This is one of the only movies that I can really think of in recent times where it's like there's huge division between the critics and the fans and everything. I don't understand that, but that's just all the thought I'm gonna give on it. I just want to say, but before this, I didn't watch any reviews before I watched the movie. I didn't watch reviews, I didn't read articles or anything, and that helped me out in the long run. I didn't know people's opinions while going into it because, if I listen to someone's review and they say, oh, this wasn't fleshed out enough, this one character said something towards the end of the movie I didn't like, I'm gonna be waiting for that. Or I'll be like, and I'll wait for it, and even if I would normally like it, I'll be like, oh, I didn't like it. So I kind of just waited on this one, but I loved it. I loved that I did that because it helped me not know anything about this movie besides the trailers and my knowledge on the Suicide Squad and the characters from the comics, and I loved that. I encourage you to leave this review if you haven't seen the movie and this is the first one you're watching. But before you do that, I just want to tell you there's an end credit scene, so don't leave that. Okay. I'll go into some of my points now. Some of the things I liked about the movie. The characters were really good. They were fleshed out perfectly. There was a whole bunch of characters in this movie, but they all felt like they had a purpose. Not everyone got a huge backstory, but they might have been touched on who they are a little bit or something. Most of the important people had fleshed out stories, and it's really cool when you have a huge movie full of lots of people and you're able to do that. I just want to say this product placement a lot in this movie. Nobody had an iPhone. I noticed that everyone had like a Galaxy. I think it was like the S7 or something, like trying to promote the newest phone, but nobody had an iPhone. I thought that was kind of funny. Another thing I really liked about the movie, everyone did something at every part, even if you didn't think they would or could. They ended up being a part of it, being part of the action and the fighting and taking down the enemy. I really like that. The Joker, Jared Leto, was really good as the Joker. I'm not going to get in too much with him because I don't want to spoil anything, but he was good. Now, was not what I was expecting, but he was good. Him and Joker's relationship was really good. Him and Harley Quinn's relationship was really good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't necessarily like the comics because you could kind of see he cared a lot for her in this, but in the comics he normally would just leave her or just uses her. So that's one thing. I like that he likes Harley Quinn because I never liked the Joker treating Harley Quinn like that, even though that's how the character is, just because I like Harley Quinn. But I like that. It wasn't necessarily Joker's character, but I like that they did that. Will Smith was really good as Deadshot. He pulled it off. You could tell they wrote some of the jokes specifically for Will Smith, though, and he pulled it off. I don't think a lot of other actors could have pulled it off like he did, and you could tell they were wanting him to be the center of it. Deadshot and Rick Flag, towards the ending of the movie, had a really good connection. They really felt each other, and I really liked seeing that, because they're both kind of soldiers, per se. And how they were trained. Deadshot, not necessarily a soldier, because he kills in cold blood, but, the bar scene, one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Everyone had their own time to talk, and it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was one of the best parts in the movie. It felt like a break, and I really liked that. You also get a little El Diablo story, which I really like. He's one of the characters that you want to see more of when you're watching the trailer, and you really get that in the movie, so I'm happy about that. Batman makes a little appearance in the movie. Not a whole lot, but he's in there and he's really good. Backstories, really good. I'm really happy that they kind of touched on everybody. I enjoyed that. The villain, I'm not spoiling the villain because I'm glad I didn't know, but they were good as a villain. I enjoyed them a lot. Cameos, there's an amazing cameo. I flipped out when this person went to the movie because I was not expecting that. So I'm hoping any of you watching the movie didn't get spoiled, because I'm glad I wasn't, because I loved seeing that cameo. Like I said, El Diablo, he was really good. Really cool part of the movie that you really got to feel for the character you didn't really know much about going into it. Well, most people, if you're not a huge comic book nerd or just fan in general, I'm not gonna point out stereotypes, even though I'm a huge comic book nerd, I'll say that. But Harley Quinn, she fleshed out her character good. Margot Robbie was really good as Harley Quinn. I enjoyed it a lot. She pulled it off even when I didn't think she could. She really got that animated series vibe from her, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I like that they were going through with that. I'd love to see her and Joker and Ben Affleck as Batman in a Batman solo film. I think that would be amazing. I think they set up perfect to try to do it. They did her backstory, which I was happy with, but there's one part that we saw in the trailers before that I did not expect to see, that Harley Quinn was in that scene. So I just thought that reveal was really cool. There was a lot of parts I was shocked, amazed, and happy in this movie. This movie got me. The comedy, I didn't think they'd have a lot of comedy, but they had it, and it was really good. The action was great. And there's one part where, like, Will Smith is on top of a car and he's shooting. If you guys have played Doom or just seen the box art for, like, the original Doom, it looked like he was Doom Guy just then. And it was funny. But, if you guys know what I'm talking about, the scene and the character and all that, it was funny. I just thought that was cool. There was a plot hole that happens between two of the characters that you really think, if you're looking at these characters, you wouldn't expect them to be so cool about this scene that happens. And Killer Croc, probably the last time I was going to talk about, he was cool. I enjoyed him a lot. He said like cool things like bruh and all that, and he was just funny. You couldn't really understand him a lot, but he was funny. I enjoyed him in the movie. He was cool. Well, I'm probably going to do a spoiler review, so stay tuned for that later on today. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. This is Porkchop 118. Stay tuned for my spoilers review where I really go in depth, because a lot of stuff happened in this movie. I loved it. Honestly, I'll give this a 10 out of 10. I'm being sincere. I know a lot of people aren't giving that, and I've looked at everything in this movie. I know a lot about movies and how they pan out and how you're supposed to make them and plot holes and all that, but I just enjoyed this movie. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a nice day, everybody. Peace out.